Hello everybody and welcome to another Wi-Fi battle. Just to get a few things out the way before this video starts, I do have a Twitter account now, which I'm going to put in the description below. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, that would be awesome. I can follow you back. As I say, I've had Twitter a while now. Must admit, don't really know how it works much. But anyway, let's get jumped into this battle. So he leads off with his Cloyster, the most phallic looking Pokemon in the game, apart from Onyx, and I'm going to lead off with my Dim. As I do go straight to the close combat, Heracross is going to get all up in that Cloyster and completely destroy this thing. So pretty much a good Saturday night for him. So anyway, he decides to go into his Flygon here, not leads off with it, but Cloyster's the one who got destroyed. As I'm just going to go into my Cresselia, very defensive Cresselia, as it does go for the Fisher. So obviously not giving about that one hit kill move, as I do have the Levitate ability. As it just goes to Thunder Punch, and I'm just going to go for the Toxic here. So with Flygon Toxic now, I'm not too worried about this, as I'm just going to be able to take hits for days and start, dishing the damage out. So let's go for the Home Close here, which kind of puts me on guard, because Home Close, starting to set up, that'd be quite nasty if you can get to that Thunder Punch where you can kill Cresselia, then go to the Fishers with 100% accuracy. That's a pretty scary set to verse, but fortunately I do get this thing poisoned and psychic, so it's not going to be too much of a threat. As I just go into the Arm Silhouette, which is a pretty good name for an Azumarill. I did chuckle quite a bit when I first saw that. So I'm going to start healing up again, back to full health, as I do go for Thunder Wave here, which is going to put this thing incredibly slow, not as much as the threat, but it's just an incredible attacking power that makes a Azumarill terrifying. So I'll go for the Psychic again, do get that special defense drop as this thing does go for the play rough, but as you can see, I'm an incredibly bulky Cresselia, so that doesn't do too much damage thankfully, with my great health stat and natural defenses. Cresselia does deserve to be in UU, it was in RU way too long, so I'm really glad to see it in UU, plus I will use it in UU, it's a good Pokemon, use this thing in OU. So I go for the Psychic, get the special defense drop again, so that's 2 in a row I believe, that's incredible luck. As he does go for the Mega Evolve here. I wasn't too bothered about a bug move, I knew I could take one of them, as it does through a Bullet Punch of all things, probably predicting the switch as I go for the Thunder Wave. So with this thing, it'll slow it down again. Cresselia is able to Toxic, and if she ain't able to Toxic, she'll Thunder Wave and just Psychic things to death. So she just switch out, and as I go into Mega Man here, and luckily for me, I do get the Paralyze, so my luck is holding up incredibly well this game. So I'm going to go into my Mega Evolution, which is my Mega Man, and Mega Evolve into an absolute beast here. And it goes for the Bullet Punch again, not maybe predicting a double switch, I'm not sure, but either way, going for the Water Pulse and absolutely wrecking the Sizzle. Doesn't go for it again, and I'm just going to completely destroy this thing and get it off my board. So at least that's one huge threat down. As it goes into the Chestnut here, not really wanting to mess with this thing and take a grass move. I do go into my room to say, because I can take a bunch of stab moves. But it goes for the Drain Punch here, so I was figuring it was one of the defensive sets, and I totally forget this thing's bulletproof. I mean, I don't run into too many Chestnuts, but that ability does give it an extra turn there, but he makes a silly play and goes for the Leech Seed, not realising it's a grass type. So I want to switch out. I mean, Aromatase it looks pretty much a grass type here, so that's what I was thinking. Anyway, so we both decide to set up spikes as I go into my Cresselia again, because Cresselia is just the heart of this team. As soon as Cresselia goes down, matches tend to get lost, because this thing is just a bulky wall of both. So it goes for the roll here as I get switched out again, and I go into Miss Squash here. Miss Squash doesn't particularly like the idea of being stuck in here, as this Chestnut has kept roaring me out a couple of times now, but at least I have the poison up, because this thing's slowly going to go down. Goes for the Drain Punch, as I didn't think it has a graph move, but it gets a critical hit and does a ton of damage, as I'm going to go for the Confused Ray. So between Confused Ray damage, Toxic damage, this thing is hopefully going to start going down, as I don't particularly want to set up a Leech Seed or anything like that. So I'm going to switch out and go into my Cresselia again. Cresselia's going to bulk this thing out quite nicely and be able to hit it with some Psychics. So he breaks through the confusion, goes for a Drain Punch, but obviously as you can see there, it does absolutely nothing. Cresselia not giving 2 shits about that damage, as I'm going to eat some lefties and recover. Oh, pardon me, I thought I was going to sneeze there. So anyway, the Toxic damage is starting to take its toll. You can Drain Punch all you want, as I'm going to go straight for a Psychic, and that does a good chunk of damage considering I have no investment, but it snaps out of confusion and goes for the Leech Seed. So this thing's going to try and start recovering health. Between my leftovers, the Leech Seed, Cresselia's on a bit of a ticking clock now, but I know even with after the Toxic damage, a Psychic is going to kill this thing off nicely, even if it does want to try to stop me out with Spiky Shield or something like that. I don't think this set does have Spiky Shield or anything like that. So it just decides to withdraw and goes into the I'm So Wet again. So after a little bit of Spike damage, is going to take it down to half, and I'm going to go for the Psychic again. That does another good chunk of damage, so one more Psychic can kill this thing off. So Cresselia is putting in some absolute work here, even after the Leech Seed. Pretty confident the Psychic is going to do its job, even though it's got, yellow health now instead of red, as I'm able to get a good judge, but it doesn't kill. So my predict was kind of wrong there, but thankfully the Paralyze does save me, as this thing is just going to start leech seeding away. So unfortunately Cresselia is very vulnerable to being set up on like that, as you can see the leech seed starting to take its effect. As I go straight for the Psychic, and down goes this Azumarill. Pardon me, down goes this Azumarill. So it goes into Flygon again, which is just going to, of course, not be able to do much, as it goes for Dragon Rush, which does hurt quite a bit, but I am going to go for the Moonlight here. So I do like that Flygon set, you know, home close to start setting up on the moves. I mean, at least it's not a standard set, so I'm definitely liking my opponent's Flygon here. At least it's not the Born Flygon, plus it's shiny as well. I hope it's a legit one. So he's just going to try to Thunder Punch it to death here, but I'm pretty solidly chunked in here. And I do have an awful lot of my team yet. I think I only lost one Pokemon this match, if any. I can't really remember, this match was done a while ago. I might be watching it now, but my memory's all the days. So anyway, I'm just going to switch out my Cresselia here, as this thing's going to eventually take itself out. So, and we go to the Thornclaws here, and I don't know why he didn't go for a Dragon Rush here. You're about to see he goes for the Thunder Punch of all things. So I don't think this player was the most skilled, maybe, but he definitely didn't know Lantern's abilities. I mean, that Volt Absorb will catch a lot of new players out, as I'm just going to finish the thing off with the Scald. So basically after this he does decide to forfeit the match, and if anything, I hope you'll like, subscribe, comment on this video. Say I want to get up to 50 subscribers. I'm so close I can practically taste it. Anyway, thank you for watching and hope you have a nice